Saturday, in the Brest, ARKEA Ultim Race village, highlighted the strong bond between the skippers and the public. With a big storm set to blow in off the Bay of Biscay, the race village of the ARKEA Ultim Challenge in Brest had to be closed at 1500 hours this afternoon, but not before the 6 solo skippers were formally introduced to a big, passionate, and knowledgeable crowd, which surrounded the stage at the center of the village. For all that the weather gods sought to throw a damper on the holiday atmosphere, the crowds turned out in big numbers to meet and greet the solo racers, most of whom will return to their friends and families for a couple of days before the final build-up to the start next Sunday, the 7th of January. The 6 skippers were introduced in turn. Not unexpectedly, perhaps, a generous ovation held longest for both Amel Leclerc, Maxi Bank Populaire 11, and Thomas Coville, Sodebo Ultim 3. Leclerc is now one of France's national sporting heroes, with a widely appreciated winning record, which was recently extended to include the Transat Jacques Vabre, added to 3 Vendée Globe podiums, and 3 victories on La Solitaire du Figaro. An 8 times round-the-world challenger, Coville has a special relationship with the city of Brest, where his record attempts have started and finished from. And he remains one of the most accessible, grounded sailors who appreciates historic multihull adventurers who helped him on the way in the same way he now helps to bring young talents into the rarefied Ultim arena. Indeed, 26-year-old SV Al-Azatique skipper Tom Leperche noted that part of his Ultim dreams can be attributed to sailing with Coville when he was very young. But the crowd listened quietly to the words of each of the skippers, realizing more and more the scale and intensity of the challenge, which is going to face each of them. And for the sailors themselves, meeting up at the side of the stage, the sense of pioneering solidarity between them is apparent. Right now, today, was a chance to enjoy and appreciate the connection with the race fans. These sailors are the conveyors of dreams, explained Audrey Trotterer, the communications director of Credit Mutual ARKEA. François Quillanda, the mayor of Brest and president of Brest Métropole, said, "These are exceptional sailors, and they have exceptional stories." First on stage, Amel Leclerc, Maxi Bank Populaire 11, described the challenge as stronger and much more difficult than all the others he has taken on. Tom Leperche, whose Ultim boat is still in Concarneau finalizing repairs and not yet in Brest, followed Leclerc. "Normally it's good to be here with plenty of time, but we hope to be here on Friday," he said. Our story with this round-the-world challenge is starting with a race against the clock. We are achieving some enormous work from the whole team. To be on the start line is going to be a great gift. Anthony Marchand, actual Ultim 3, is something of a rookie in the sphere of racing solo in the south. He said, "Thank you for coming out yesterday and welcoming us. It was impressive. These are extraordinary boats, but we must try to normalize their size. Even to me it still feels strange to think that we're going to race alone on these boats." And Route du Rhum and twice Ocean Race winner, Charles Caudrelier, Maxi Edmond de Rothschild, reaffirmed that despite the intensity and the stress, there is always a simple, fundamental pleasure to be on board. "When we started fully foiling, the flying gave us much more speed, but it also brought a level of comfort, a bit like adding a shock absorber to a car. On board, the times when we really suffer physically are actually quite rare." Coville knows most, having sailed 5 of his 8 round-the-worlds on multihulls, and having set a round-the-world record of 49 days in 2016. "We are all facing up to a mountain, and approach it modestly and humbly. And the biggest question of all is knowing who will get to the end and how." Coville's boat, which he sailed to the record in 2016, is now Eric Perron's Ultim Adagio. Perron was the last to appear on stage. "For me this is about finding my limits and pushing myself. Being at the start is the realization of a dream. I have built up my experience over this year to take on a challenge that was beyond me, and now, this is it."